Hello, welcome to Rhythm's Riddle. I'm your host, Gauntlett, guitarist and composer. Subscribe! Drop your comments. Let me know what you think. Don't just watch my video and not comment. Like everything you watch of mine. Help my statistics. Cooperate with me, right? Especially if you're a subscriber, then help me out. Help my channel to grow. Share me with your friends. Browse my playlists. Find my best stuff in my playlists. In the best ordering, too, I think, or attractive orderings to watch for your viewing pleasure. You'll find exciting stuff. So even if you click on it for just a second, give me a like. And then if you have any thoughts or reactions, then let me know what they are. Please don't just be silent to all of my stuff. That's the worst, is to be silent and not to even get a like or a comment. And so help me out. You'll see my channel has so much. It's actually one of the most creative channels on YouTube, and I'm shadow banned. I've been shadow banned for years for whatever nonsense. I've been given no strikes or anything. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm just shadow banned for the heck of it. Any reason in the wide blue sky. Google or Facebook or Twitter or any of them, they want to censor you or ban you, or even worse, shadow ban you, which is like censorship while lying to you and telling you, no, you're still publishing, man. Keep publishing. You're just not interesting. Nobody cares. When in fact, it's edited out of the algorithm. So all of my stuff isn't being published to the vast majority of the world and the vast majority of my subscribers. So I think the only way out of this negative shadow banning and this false algorithm is to try to bridge with the subscribers I do have to make a stronger connection and to get you more enthusiastic and engaged, because your engagement is key. Without your engagement or responses, my channel dwindles and it's going to vanish. So I want to just finish this quick talk with a run up to a nice viewpoint. I'm going to show you up here. I'm running up in the mountains, where I like to do my running up and down hills. And so about 5 more minutes, we'll get to the vista point. I'll give you a look at that. And thank you one last time for listening to my stuff. I'm surprised. I have like 160 subscribers or something like that, and I never hear back a comment on one of my old videos. It's really weird. Like month to month, 400 videos. The whole month will pass. I won't get a single comment more on any of those 400 old videos. Nothing. I mean, maybe a week like that, but permanently, month to month, going on years, not a comment more on any of the good stuff that I have in my playlist. Or you can browse my video feeds in several ways. There's a little dialog box that you can choose next to the videos, that you can search for the most recent, for the oldest, or search by most popular of my stuff. All 3 ways to check out my content and enjoy all the stuff I have. So if you watch it, leave me your comments. Let me know what you think. That way you show that you've got a heart and you've got a soul enough to respond. That you're not just unabashedly shallow, which so many people are these days. I know the majority of people on YouTube, the vast majority of people in the world, they're unliberated. They're unabashedly shallow. They're humanity is stunted and limited. So they exhibit very low levels of magnanimity. But I know a bunch of my subscribers are magnanimous and have a soul, as I've heard back from you. And I've met many of you personally. So don't leave me hanging. Drop those comments. Tell me what you think. And hit the like button. Hey, why not even copy the link and send it to your friend? Right? I've got good stuff, don't I? I mean, if you don't like it, well, say something there. Object to what I'm saying, or tell me what you think is lacking, or what you don't like. If something I did happens to tick you off and annoy you, don't just leave me in silence. Let me know, so then I can ponder on it, and then we can both grow by staying unabashedly shallow. You hurt me, but you also stunt your own spiritual growth. Absolutely. You're stunted to never comment on anything that I've brought for you for free on this channel, for free. So it stunts you and inhibits your spiritual growth just to remain silent to a guy like me. All right, here's the last little incline to the knoll. It's just about 30 seconds to the top after this crap. All of this horse shit and mud that's up here on these horse trails. You can see all the horse hooves. All right, let's go to the view. So participate, help my channel grow. Show me that you think there's worth in what I'm doing. Because without that, well, I will have to dismantle my channel. Because it hurts too much to be sharing my best with all the world and to be totally ignored for my virtues and bringing you my best. It's like one of the most grotesque psychological operations that big tech is engaged in. And that's all the big techs. Facebook, Google, Twitter, Amazon, whatever. I'm gonna quick tie my shoe. I'm gonna set this down. It's one of the most grotesque things about the big techs is their psychological testing on people. That's why I erased Facebook like 6 years ago. I could see that they were trifling with my emotions on purpose so they could study me and learn things. And so I erased it immediately. Once I caught on to that, well, it was hard to recognize. Once I recognized it, it was hard to admit that I'm right, because I try to explain it to people around me, and everyone looks at me like I'm just out of my gourd. Like, what are you talking about, man? Your conspiracy theories and all of this. Yeah, that's what they think, but we know now with the Twitter files, they're out. Well, YouTube, it's 10 times worse than Twitter. You can guarantee it. But they haven't been exposed yet. So, yeah, that kind of testing, I mean, right? It's driving, the suicide epidemic is massive. It's because of social media. It's because of big tech and their practices, their plans and their schemes are doing it. That's what has ramped up the suicide epidemic all over the country. It's devastating and horrific when you learn how many people of all age categories have been killing themselves. So, yeah, and then, oh, right, well, no, they're not responsible because by using their platform, you waive all possible complaints that you could have against them. You say, no, I won't, whatever. You waive the right to contend against any of their practices. But that doesn't make their practices ethical. They are so unethical. The big tech, their practices of testing on people, which is it's torture when it comes down to it at the end of the day. Trifling with people's psyches and their emotional center and their emotional well-being is a torture. It's a kind of a torture on people. It's not the most severe torture, but in some cases, it's extremely severe. And you have to say, well, when it drives someone to suicide, or whole groups of people and tens of thousands of people kill themselves because they've been driven to despair because of the psychological tampering and trifling that big tech is engaged in, well, then you can see that it's a major torture. It's a major torture. Yeah, it's not physical. It's not immediate. It's a very slow, concerted way to absolutely try and crush people's psychic center and to crush people's well-being. And they're doing that. They're doing that consciously, right? But no one would ever say, oh, well, suicide. Facebook, how could they be responsible? But they are. They're responsible. And so many other of these big techs. So there's a lot to say on the subject. And at the end of the day, all I wanted to do was share good stuff with all of you. And I'm prohibited from doing that. All my good stuff is censored and debarred and banned and shadow banned and algorithmically suppressed. And so I don't get any cheer or any grins or applause or anything, right? I'm left out in the cold, and everything I say, it seems like I'm just speaking into an empty well. When in fact, everything I say, it has something for all of history, and especially all of our contemporaries right now, all over the world. People could learn incredibly amounts from all of my talks. And I'm not just, this is a rant, but I have really good talks as well. And just to ignore the talks and not to respond, it's like to show yourselves up as being unabashedly shallow. You have no idea how shallow you all appear to me by your silence. It's like, really? I haven't been able to get any kick or motivate or inspire any cheer or grins or a smile or a wink from any of you? Like, that's 99% of any of you. I know there have been 2 or 3 people who have given me a comment or two in the past year, but there's 99% of the people out there watching YouTube, whoever they are, they're doomed. And how shallow they are. I know, I can see by their lack of reaction that they're just utterly lost, like the engineers working for Google and Facebook and so forth, and big tech, right? They're well trained, but they have no education. They really don't. They have no broad education, no respect for learning, no deep historical sense, no polymathic interests, nothing. They're just specialists, unabashedly shallow. So don't be that. Show yourself that you have magnanimity and respond to all that I'm bringing you. Thank you.